Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Cure for the Common Game. Welcome to Partners in Crime Edition, I guess. Stumbled across this because I was looking at my unused general binder and I run across Tana here, and I was like, you know what? She's pretty good. When she deals combat damage, you get that many saprolings, and that could potentially get really, really good. But she's just a 2/2. She's 4 mana. She does trample, whatever. It'd be sure nice if she gets some double strike. So I found her 1920 strongman, Mr. Bruse Tarl, not too far away from her, and I went, you know what? Red green's not enough, but red green white, we could do this. We could do this. So let's do this. First thing I went to was I need a way to make our girl bigger. Okay, she's got to be. We got to maximize her size. Rancor obviously was the first thing to come to my mind. And then equipment wise, such as the Warhammer, the sword, and then just good old fat. I went, what's wrong with just a basic giant growth? Or a really big giant growth? Or a counterspell giant growth? By the way, it's split second, so if they're going to target something, you just put this on the stack on top of it. Anyway, and also the amount of, if you've got both of these guys on the field and you're swinging with her, and his abilities on her, wow. As a matter of fact, I think we may be able to do this a little more user-friendly here. Let's try it like this. Hello, Glare. I see why we angle the cards now. Anyway, y'all remember who they are. Our partners in crime. Okay. Unflinching Courage is the Armadillo Cloak, but I may actually run Armadillo Cloak. Don't know. This is the first build, by the way. I cannot wait to play this. Increasing Savagery is going to get the job done in a big, big way. Hopefully, twice it's going to get the job done. Sarah's Embrace is going to give it flying, as well as the Archon's going to give it flying, and, +4. So, Fist of the Anvil is a phenomenal combat trick at 2 mana. +4. So you're spending 2 mana. Okay, I realize this is a common, and this may not be as exciting. Would you pay 2 mana for 4 creatures? 1/1 Saprolinks. That's what you're doing. Because you're not going to cast it unless she's getting in there. And then the problem therein lies, you're actually doing this damage with your commander, so before you can abuse the Saproling thing, they're just going to be dead by commander damage. So Psychotic Fury is going to give her double strike if something happens to our boy Bruse. He has the mustache. He has a dark steel mustache of "you can't hurt me," so I don't know why anything would happen to him. And then, of course, we have the Bastion Protector. I love that it says Commander Creatures because we have 2. That's why I kind of, Let's look at some ramp here. Let's peel through this real quick. Soul Ring, Sphere, Manolith, Birds. I am counting the birds as ramp the same way I'm counting the Druid of the Anima and the Keeper of Progenitus, because those are, well, they're ramp for lack of a better word. Speaking of ramp, the original rampant growth. Yeah, that was weak. I'm sorry. Explosive Veg, Obelisk of Naya, and the Trace of Abundance. Now, You saw my pump one creature really big. I actually built this in categories. That's the word I'm looking for. So now we're going to go through the pump everything. Now, the collective blessing is in there. We all know that. Let's get our focus a little better. There we go. It's going to pump your general and your saplings. Although pumping your saplings may not. I mean, about the only card that works against this is the Skull Clamp, because the Skull Clamp, you kind of want them to be 1/1 so that you can spend 1 mana and draw 2 cards. But I figure Skull Clamp is just too good not to use, and, if you draw them both, you draw them both, whatever. Oh, wait, there's another card that works against that. The Theline Hermit, because it just gives saps +1/+1. You have Glory of Warfare, which helps out at all times. Either you're more aggro or you're more defense. Knight of New Alara. Now, granted, this is not going to apply to your saplings, but it's still decent. Armadillo Sledge. Sigil of the Nyan Gods, which is kind of amazing. Putting this on her is just pretty sweet. Then we have like our, what I call our overrun category, which is Overrun, Overwhelming Stampede, Beastmaster Ascension, Thunderfoot Baloth, and yes, I'm even that guy with the Triumph of the Hordes. Now, I have only 2 board wipes, the Phyrexian and the Terminus, because we do have some creatures, and there are times when we just don't have enough pinpoint removal. Speaking of, in this column, I like to call it the utility. Now, I do have things like the Harmonize, Creeping Mold, Frozen Grip, Naturalize, Oblivion Ring, Restock. Also got stuff like the Boros Charm, because making your team indestructible, I mean, like, all your things. Yeah, pretty sweet. Glare of Subdual is another nice one. For those of you who played way back in the original Rav block, Ghazi Glare was a thing, and with this many saplings, you can just about tap out your biggest threat. Say it with me. Cyclonic Rift. That's why Go to Response is in there. Cyclonic Rift. If I hold this in my hand and it is a dead card for 99 games and I get to cast it on that 100th game, it's earned its spot. I'm telling you. And, of course, Naga Charm. Now we have a category that I like to call the payoff. These are the cards that pay us off for doing what we've done. And obviously, the first thing that comes to mind is, hey, we have power and toughness equal number of dudes. You can tell I've never played it or never shuffled or anything. There's still a bunch of air. So we've got the Battle Squadron, War Leader, Warlord, Crusader, Wayfaring, and Seraph. So if we get our sapling shenanigans going, these guys will be huge, and you can play this chick here for like 2 white mana. So it's all good. A little more focused is the Drove of Elves. It does have the hexproof, but it counts basically your saplings. Impact Tremors, because, each opponent, all you got to make is 40 of them, right? Right? Yeah. Although in theory somebody's dead by then. But the Verdant Force also works with that. He is amazing. He does, he's pretty expensive, 8 mana for 7/7, but he has, he is fruitful and multiplies. The Retaliator Griffin has legit nothing to do with this deck. It is Nyan colors, and that is why it's in here. This is probably going to be my Armadillo Cloak or whatever. But it is a 2/2 flyer. And if you take damage, it gets really, really bigger. So, Relentless Assault is going to let you hit a second time that turn with your pumped up tokens or your pumped up general to get more tokens. And last but not least, our last card is Mr. Hungry himself. Love the fact that he has haste. This is really close to, well, no, it's not a fireball, but it's really close to 6 mana win the game. Or well, put somebody out of the game if they don't have an answer to your giant flying dragon that you just 8-10 saprolings with. Do we have any cool lands? Y'all know I got the Rogue's Passage. And of course, Orin Reef, the Rogue's Passage, so your general won't get blocked, so you get the saprolings, and then the Orin Reef to make the saprolings bigger. Because, the turn after you do that, you're totally going to draw your Skullclamp. And that is what I've got. I do appreciate y'all watching. Y'all let me know what you think. Really excited to play it. Had to sit out Magic this week. It's family Christmas tree day, so I do appreciate you watching. Y'all let me know what you think. But right now, we're going to shuffle and cut.